Welcome back to Simple Truth. We're in the book of 1 Samuel. We're in chapter 19. So we made it through 18, made it through 17. We're in chapter 19 as we look at the story of David. So I want you to pick it up with verse 1. Some of this is going to be a review from the last time, but I want to put the context again all together as we go forward. It says, "And Saul spoke to Jonathan his son, to all of his servants, that they should kill David. But Jonathan, in Saul's son, delighted much in David." So I want you to look at that, because I want you to put yourself in that place. A simple truth for today would be something like this, right? Are there people in your life that you're trying to get other people to kill? Now, again, everybody's going to say, no. But I'm not just talking about physical. This is physical, right? But I'm talking about in a million other ways. Do you spend your time talking about some people, attempting to get other people to dislike that person, or act against that person, talk against that person? Do you sway people's opinion of other people? Now listen, if the answer to that is yes, then I need you to understand you're according to 1 John, you are not loving your brother, and you're a liar. Right? That's simple truth. The truth is not in you. Jesus isn't in you. Now you say, like, oh, wait, are you telling me that I'm not saved? That's not what I'm necessarily telling you. That's a you and God thing, not a you, me, and God thing. What I'm saying to you is what it says in 1 John. Go there, read all 5 chapters, and it says over and over, if you say that you love God and you hate your brother, right? So anytime that you are saying things against somebody, anytime that you're trying to stir up trouble like Saul was here for your own purpose, for your own good, right? Not asking God about anything, right? Saul here is jealous. He's jealous of David, so he's stirring up trouble. If you say you love a brother or God and you hate a brother, the truth isn't in you. Right? We're to love God. We're to love people. There's not any, except the people that you can't stand, except the people that you can't be around, except the people. Saul had an opportunity here. Right? Saul's fully aware that the kingdom was being ripped away from him because Samuel told him that. Right? So he's aware. What he's trying to do is keep that from happening, that which God has declared from happening. Is that where you and I might find ourselves sometimes, where we're attempting to keep that which God has declared from happening? Somehow we can thwart the purposes and the plans of God. We're not going to let this person get the job opportunity that God has promised them because we want that job opportunity. We're not going to let them have even the peace. We're not going to let them have that moment in the spotlight, right, where they get the award or where they get rewarded for what they have done. We're not going to give those moments. We're going to do everything we can to stop the plan and the purpose of God. Now, Saul had an opportunity here to be part of the plan and purpose, even though the kingdom was being torn away, even though he wasn't going to get what he wanted. He had an opportunity to mentor David. He had an opportunity to move forward with the plan of God. Moses faced that same thing. God said, Moses, you're not going into the promised land. But then Moses spent another 40 years leading, mentoring, getting the people ready. Even at the end of Moses' life, he's getting the people ready for what God has for them. And knowing he's not going into the promised land. Man, that's a hard thing. When we're prepping people for what, right, God has for them, knowing that we're not going to get the same thing. We're not going to get that opportunity. I've worked in, the secular world long enough to know that there's a lot of times where people are preparing and training their future bosses, right? Had they known that, they might have done it differently, right? Even some people who have done it differently because they've known that. And are you willing to train up the people that God has promised, planned, and purposed in his kingdom? regardless of what it means to you. I'm going to let you think about that for a minute here on Simple Truth. We'll see you next time. We'll pick it up in chapter 19. We'll get another verse done, hopefully, maybe two. See you next time.